It is Y105, Dubuque's #1 hit music station. My name is Steve Pulaski. My next guest was a mainstay on the popular Nickelodeon and Paramount program iCarly. Now he's the voice of Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, Chuck E. Cheese himself. And the new special, A Chuck E. Cheese Christmas, which is available to watch for free on YouTube and Amazon Prime Video. The special is a launch pad to an upcoming series of its own called Chucky and Friends. He is Nathan Kress. He joins us now. Nathan, how are you this morning?
I'm fantastic, Steve. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Nathan. I have to ask, it's been on the tip of my tongue for about a week and a half since I watched the special. Were you a Chuck E. Cheese kid growing up?
Oh, who wasn't a Chuck E. Cheese kid growing up? I mean, it's like it's embedded into my 90s DNA. You know, in my family, the big milestone birthdays were the 5. So it was 5, 10, and 15 years old growing up. And birthday number 5 was the Chuck E. Cheese birthday. So when I got my 5th birthday, it's permanently locked in my mind as a core memory. Going to Chuck E. Cheese, hanging out with the guy himself, nose diving into that ball pit, and doing the Jurassic Park arcade game and getting Boku tickets and tokens. I still, somewhere in my house, I still have a couple of tokens from that day, and it's like a totem of my childhood. So doing a character like this was honestly kind of intimidating because I know that a lot of other people have that experience too. So trying to come up with something that hits on what everybody from my generation might expect that kind of character to sound like was a surprisingly serious undertaking for me, but a lovely collaborative experience, and it ended up being just an absolute treat to make. So I hope the parents who were 90s kids like me, who are having their own kids who are interested in a program like this, and honestly, even the ones without the kids, it's just a really great, sweet, heartfelt, nice little Christmas special to kick off the season. And it's got some super catchy songs that have been stuck in my head for weeks. It's a really great time all around. So if you haven't seen it yet, you got to get started because I'm hoping it becomes just one of those like, oh, it's Christmas, it's time to watch Chuck E. Cheese. One of those kind of animated specials, you know?
It's a lovely special. I caught it a couple of weeks ago. I watched it. I thought the animation's really beautiful, really nostalgic too. And the cast of characters, you can feel free to talk about them too. The cast of characters, the camaraderie, and sort of the unit itself kind of reminded me of the characters in Recess, and I really like that part of it.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think they did a really good job of sort of capturing very, very distinct characters and just sort of that ragtag team of people who, you know, come together and solve their problems. And also, that was the other kind of intimidating part. Every single one of them is like voiceover royalty who's been doing this for a million years, and just trying to go toe-to-toe with their performances and their just level of vocal quality was absolutely nuts. And I'm honored to be able to say that all of those people are now my coworkers. So it's super talented people who were involved in it. And then, you know, on the production side too, those Christmas songs, the finale Christmas song was co-written by Jeff Barry, who wrote Christmas Baby Please Come Home and Now I'm a Believer, Sugar Sugar by the Archies. It's perfectly in that sort of vintage Christmas nostalgia pocket, which is exactly where I live. So it's just a lot of talent flying around on a lot of different levels.
Again, he's Nathan Kress. He's the voice of Chuck E. Cheese and A Chuck E. Cheese Christmas, now available to watch on YouTube and Amazon Prime Video. Are you voicing Chuck E. Cheese from here on out in future shorts and the TV show as well? Are you now inextricably linked to that character as the voice, Nathan?
Gosh, I hope so. It's up to them. They can replace me if they want, but that'd be really sad. I think I'm the guy. And you know, nothing's been officially launched or greenlit yet. I know that based on how this show goes and if people want it, I know that we all want to make more. So everybody's give it a look and see what they think and let us know, because this would definitely be one of those things. I hope it becomes this sort of, you know, again, just kind of cultural ubiquitous, like he's the next SpongeBob, you know, just one of those characters that exists in everybody's heart who also has the sort of nostalgia and the core memories from the parents as well, who might be sort of watching it over their kids' shoulders, you know. So I've got high hopes. I know we all do. And if I could be Chuck E. Cheese for the the rest of my life, that would be perfect.
We have to talk iCarly too, Nathan. iCarly incorporated the internet in a way that a kid's show never really did before. What was your relationship to YouTube when you were doing the show iCarly? Did you watch it growing up? Did it line up with what you and the cast were doing on the show? I guess, where were you at in your internet consumption when doing iCarly for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, when we were doing the first few episodes, maybe like the first half of the season, it was pre-iPhone. If you can even comprehend, I can't even imagine a world before the smartphone. But it was just the dawn of internet culture. And, of course, YouTube was a thing, but you could only get to it on your family desktop. It was not nearly as accessible and not nearly as ubiquitous, and it wasn't just following you around in your pocket. And there were vlogs, and there were just random videos of people doing random things, and the top 25 most played YouTube videos were just goofy stuff. It wasn't just Vivo music videos, and I feel like it was the most pure internet moment, before it got sullied by a bunch of other stuff. And frankly, it was pre-social media too, where it wasn't just, this YouTube video is funny, let me go over to Twitter and see if everybody else thinks so too. I feel like it was a little bit more isolated, and you could just sort of make opinions for yourself on whether you thought something was good. So it was definitely a different time, but I was for sure a YouTube kid, but I was definitely more in the evolution of dance type YouTube than the kind of stuff that you see now. It wasn't, Minecraft, 15 hours of building the USS Enterprise. I feel like that's where we live at the moment, and I'm not there.
I'm a big fan of the director Steven Quale, and you were in his movie Into the Storm, which was radically different from anything that you did previously. It's a disaster movie. What was that experience like?
Oh, man. Well, kind of a nightmare. Which is not to say that this anything against Steve Quale, but the medium that we were shooting in of just being cold, wet, and whipped with debris at 100 miles an hour was it was a month and a half of slow torture, essentially, which is good. It definitely brought itself out on camera because it was very eye-opening for what it's like to be in a tornado. Living in California, we don't have those, so. It was a really, really fun experience working with a bunch of great actors. And it was kind of my first big Hollywood, Warner Brothers studio production, so it was sort of dipping my first toes into what it's like being in a movie that is, it's going to go into theaters. What a concept, So it was a great time. And then, of all things, I ended up meeting my wife on that movie. She was a stunt performer on it. She ended up having a line. She played a cheerleader in the beginning of the movie, and then at the climax, when we're stuck in the storm drain, the director, he put us together in the storm drain, sitting next to each other. So we had about 3 weeks to get to know each other while being cold and wet and miserable. And just coworkers at the time. Nothing came out of it, but a couple years later, we reconnected, and then became best friends and fell in love, and it was a whole Hollywood movie experience. So as happy as I was to do that movie on the professional side, I got a whole wife and family out of it. So that's my favorite part.
He is Nathan Kress, again, the voice of Chuck E. Cheese in A Chuck E. Cheese Christmas on YouTube and Amazon Prime Video. Nathan, you're absolutely wonderful. The special's very fun. I want to give you the final word. Plug your social media, the special, anything you want to leave on, man. The floor is yours.
Sure. We've got Chuck E. Cheese Christmas, iCarly. I don't know next time I'm going to be in your neck of the woods, but keep your eye out for my social media at Nathan Kress on X and Instagram. I'm posting new tour dates all the time. I'm starting to do the fan convention circuit and just go out in the world and meet people, go to all these conventions and expos and stuff, and it's been awesome to connect with the fans who grew up with the shows as a kid, but now we're all adults and we just get to talk and hang out and have a good time. So keep an eye on my socials, and I hope to be in your neck of the woods sometime soon.
My girlfriend and I met Jerry Trainer in Des Moines earlier this summer, too, so hopefully we cross paths sometime soon, Nathan. I greatly appreciate your time, man. Have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you so much. You too. Have a good one.